Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a full face of things that I have received in PR. So if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get started. First things first, Peach and Lily Lazy Days pads. I use these like every day. Definitely every time before I do my makeup. They have sent these to me before. This one is not sent to me, but I figured it would count anyway. And I like these just because they take off any face grime that you've managed to build up running errands or any extra skincare or pillow grime from the night before. One side is textured and the other is not, so it also gives you a little bit of exfoliation, but they just make my skin feel clean and ready for makeup. Alright, next for skin prep, I am taking the KOSAS Spray-On Serum, and I like to use this before I go in with any like other serums or creams. I don't really find that it does much in terms of like skincare, but it does feel nice, especially in the hot summer. PACIFICA recently launched a new section of skincare. They still have all their old skincare, but this is the Future Youth line. And so I'm going to go in with the Rebound serum. Packaging on this is A+, and this is a super lightweight serum, and I actually do notice an increase in like suppleness and hydration when I use this. And in the same bottle, just smaller, they also have a little eye serum, which I didn't know eye serums were a thing, did you? But for daytime this feels like just enough hydration. Sometimes I do go in with a cream and it causes my concealer to crease. So this is a lot more lightweight, but it's also very hydrating. And I do put it over my eyelids because I have dry eyelids. But if yours are oily, you can totally skip that step. Just because I'm on a roll with PACIFICA, I figured I would go ahead and SPF with them. This is the Future Youth SPF. The whole marketing of this Future Youth line is that it has Flora plus Peptide 11. Do I know what those things are? Absolutely not. But they sound nice, and this is a pretty good sunscreen. It doesn't blend in as fast as I personally like, and the smell is also a little strong for me. Luckily it doesn't linger. It smells like one of those wall oils. So that's going to be my moisturizer today. And because I am so super shiny, I do want to show you this. Florence by Mills sent over their Mind Over Matte it's oil blotting slick, oil blotting stick, and it has this like little twisty component, and I think it's cute. They also have blushes in the same little component. I'm going to take this across my forehead. I actually quite like this, and I don't like a lot of pore filling products because of how they feel on my skin, but this one doesn't suck the moisture out of my face. So hopefully you can tell a difference between this side and this side. In person you definitely can.
Oh, I already got something on my shirt. I think it was sunscreen. Well, that's going to be hard to ignore.
Alrighty. Tower 28 sent me their SunnyDays Tinted SPF. This is my favorite tinted SPF. I'm in the shade Fairfax. I love the way this sits on my skin, and it's not fussy. You can apply it with your fingers, a sponge, or a brush. It doesn't care. It loves it all. This does have broad spectrum SPF 30, reef safe, alcohol free, no smell. You know, Tower 28 is always thinking of those with skin sensitivities. It's approved by the eczema, accepted by the National Eczema Association, so I like it, and it has more coverage than like a typical tinted sunscreen, basically like a light coverage foundation. And I find this also mimics whatever you put underneath it, so if you're wearing a matte primer, it's going to have like a satin finish. If you're wearing a dewy base like I am today, it's going to keep that dewy goodness. Alright, there we are with the My Skin But Better kind of vibe. It just really knocks back some redness. For concealer, PACIFICA sent over their DreamLit Glow Concealer, and I have some beef with a lot of PACIFICA like color and complexion products, but this one is a good one. This one is actually really creamy and hydrating, has quite a lot of coverage, and it's great. I am in the shade 11. I like to blend it out best with a sponge, but it does blend out really easily with a brush. I go over my eyelids because they're so thin and I have a lot of veins that poke through. But if that doesn't work for you, or you have oily eyelids and they crease a lot, just don't do that. This is the first time I'm using this sponge and I am liking it so far, but it is the exact same as like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer sponge, and the e.l.f. one is a little softer, so I might prefer that one. Beautiful, glowy, wonderful. I need a lip balm, a lip balm. Pacifica sent me some lip balm. This is the Baby Glow Complex Lip Balm. It smells like oranges. It's really nice. A lot comes out with a little squeeze though, so I generally apply too much. I love that orange. More things need to be orange flavored and scented. Tower 28 sent their Sculptino in the shade Broad. This is a very light coverage, just kind of like no makeup or everyday kind of bronzer. Would look really pretty on the skin without any other complexion products. Very sheer and natural looking. They call it Sculptino. I think they even launched it as a contour and bronzer, but it's definitely a bronzer. We're going to need a lot more gray in a shade if they're going to call it a contour, but that's fine. Everything of Tower 28 is like, ooh, we're on Venice Beach in LA and we're cool, young, and tan. Oh gosh. We don't need to sculpt our face because we are 20 years old. Well, not me. Haven't been 20 for quite some time. And that's okay. Because this is really pretty as a bronzer anyway. For blush, I'm going to use the Neapolitan Cream palette from Undone Beauty. I love it when they send me things. Very, very fortunate. I'm going to take the top shade, which is a matte. This shade right here has some sheen to it. And I like to pick these up with my finger and swipe it on there. This is a beautiful peachy pink color. These palettes are some of my favorite cream blushes. I literally have to stop myself from using them so much, so I use other things in my collection. They also have individual blushes that come in like 3 strips of opacity. One little compact has a sheer, a medium, and a full coverage version of the same blush, which is super cool. That's that for now. I might add more. I might use this as a highlighter. That's what I love about it so much. I love options. Go ahead and powder. Mirrored things really just are rude. But I'm going to go in with powder. This is the one from HAUS Labs, their Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder. This is the shade Translucent, but hopefully you can tell there's definitely some color to it and it leans yellow. I'm not worried about setting the lid at this point because I'm going to go in with a cream. This is the Light Trap Enter the Glow highlighter from Half Magic Beauty, and just set down that cheek under the brow, right in between the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. So I am glossy, dewy, juicy. Yes, we are zoomed in, which means it's time for the eyes. Gen C sent over all of their matte and mixed metals little mixed media shadows. This is the shade Reef, so going peachy pinky kind of today. These are really nice matte formulas and you can use them anywhere on the face. I'm going to look up so it goes up into my crease, and that gives me an idea of how high I need to blend it. And I am going to be winging it out today. We'll take that on the bottom lash line as well. Also, in addition to, and you could totally stop and put on mascara and that'd be easy peasy, one and done kind of look. That's going to last all day long. And for the sparkle today, I'm using one of my favorite products from Half Magic. This is their Glitterpuck in Dopamine Smiles, and it truly does give me the smiley dopamines. Look at it. Oh, it's kind of like a cool gel consistency. I hope they come out with more shades because this one is kind of rose gold. Pretty! I'm gonna add it to the inner corner. Like more concentrated. Half Magic just launched in Ulta, so save up your points. Get some magic. I'm going to line my lids with the matte fluid eye paint from About Face in Marigold. This is a new shade that they sent over. Just going to take that on a thin little liner brush. Such a cool color combo. These are very similar to Gen C. They will last you all day. I'm going to give myself a straight out wing. These are wonderful. Come in so many different colors. Also available at Ulta. Really decently priced. I like the amount of playtime they have. They don't dry too fast. I'm going to use a little flat brush with some concealer on it to clean up my wing. So I'm just taking the same setting powder. Not that the About Face eyeshadow will go anywhere, but that's a little extra insurance, if you will. While I curl my lashes, you guys can take a little pup break and we'll be back with the mascara. Alright, the mascara I'm going in with is the new Huda Beauty One Coat Wow Mascara. I literally almost bought this and then I received it. So I don't really have thoughts on it. Other than that it is very moussey. That is one coat. And I bought this myself, but I'm going to use the Milani Highly Rated Tubing Mascara for my lower lashes. Gonna let that dry. Rude. Okay, moving on to brows. I'm taking the Jane Iredale Pure Brow in the shade Auburn. And check out my full face of Jane Iredale to know my full thoughts on not only this pencil but the whole brand. At least what I have been able to try and receive. I like how waxy this is. And I'm intentionally leaving the front parts of my brows a little bit sparse so when I go in with brow gel it's not too crazy. A brow gel I was recently sent in PR is the Make Beauty Infinite Hold Sculpting Brow Tint. Downside is they only have two shades, a clear and a cool brown. I'm going to use the cool brown and I just have to use it sparingly. But it is unique because it has long bristles on one side, short on the other. So I like to take those long ones and just tint my little hairs. Because the pencil tints the skin underneath. Definitely need a gel for the hairs. And this does have a lot more hold than their previous brow gel. They just need to do more shades. Give us more shades. Alright, that's the brows sorted so we can zoom out. And I feel like I need a little more bronzer, so I did pull the one from Jane Iredale. I love this bronzer. It's so creamy and smooth. Doesn't make my skin look too dry. Definitely does not emphasize texture. I'm going to go in with a little more blush. Now that everything's on, I think it needs it. I want to take the Creamy Kohl eyeliner from Huda Beauty, and they sent me very brown. I'm going to place this in my waterline. You've got to make the face. It's mandatory. Also going to tightline. Tarantula lashes from that Huda mascara are definitely real. This is a very creamy, as the name would suggest, and pigmented pencil. They sent over a black as well, but I thought that might be too harsh for this. The HINDASH lip tone pencil in the shade Hush. I love HINDASH. He's a wonderful makeup artist. I love that it's a traditional wooden pencil, but it goes on super creamy And look how long this is, like you get a lot of pencil. Then for the lips, I'm going to take this little Kaja cutie, and I haven't even opened it yet. And I believe these are lip and cheek colors. Oh, it's sheer. A little apricot stain, especially mixed with that lip liner. That's really, really pretty. Last but not least, Half Magic also sent their Duochrome setting spray. Very dewy finish on this one. Super glossy. I haven't tried this, but I want to try this before makeup and see how that works. I will take my same sponge I've been using this whole time. Just help that setting spray sit down on my baby hair. Setting spray took the highlighter and amplified it. That is a look using all things I've been sent in PR. If you'd like me to do another one of these videos, just let me know. If you have any questions about what I used today, my comments are always a safe space. Be sure to check me out on Instagram, TikTok, all the socials. They'll be linked down below. I hope you enjoyed. I love playing around with makeup and talking to you guys about it. So if you like it as well, don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. Share with your friends. We're getting very close to 800. So again, when I reach 1,000, I'm doing a giveaway over on Instagram. So I appreciate you. If you made it this far, if you're still watching, leave me an orange heart emoji. And as always, be blessed and be kind, and we'll see each other again very soon. Bye!